I think it's time to take a brief intermission to have lunch at Intermission Food Court for this Disney dining review that's brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. If you like our content, you want to support us, book a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. Costs you no extra money and you get the support of one of the great Dreams Unlimited Travel agents. So head over to dreamsunlimitedtravel.com today for a free no obligation quote. And this is also brought to you by our Patreon supporters. For more exclusive content from our team, head over to patreon.com/disunlimited. I really have nothing else to say except we are eating today at Intermission Food Court because we are checking out this resort as part of a resort review, and we can't really review it unless we eat at the food court. So let's not waste any more time. Let's hope that there's something good to keep us fueled up and ready to explore this entire music-filled resort.
We did a whole thing. There was rock, paper, scissors, and everybody, based on how we all got to choose. So I got to pick first because obviously these two people picked paper and I picked scissors, so it is what it is. I went with, I don't know the different names of the different sections, but I went from the area where you could do like a create your own entree, or there was also sort of sesame chicken, impossible meatloaf, beef and vegetable stir fry. Those were like preset options. And originally I was gonna do the impossible meatloaf, but let me tell you, the efficiency at this station was not great, and I could see that basically they were out of almost everything, and I think there was a lot of people waiting for stuff, so I just made my selection based on what was there. So I went with one of these like choose your own entree options, and that led me to the protein that I saw out there, which was the mojo roasted chicken for $14.79. And then from there you can select two sides. Those options are Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, broccoli, garlic, green beans, steamed rice, seasonal vegetables, and red beans and rice. So I went with the Yukon Gold mashed potatoes and then the seasonal vegetables. It was like a blend of like, I want to say there was some maybe like zucchini, like steamed zucchini and like summer squash. And I can't remember because I ate it. There was like an onion in there. I don't know. It was a weird collection in there. But I mean, I liked the veggies. I will say I think the veggies and the mashed potatoes were the best part of this. Hannah pointed out that half a chicken always does kind of give you a little bit of like sort of a bedroom chic look. It's that like Alexis Rose laying on her side holding her purse or something. I don't know. It looked like it was going to be fine, but here's the thing: it wasn't. I didn't really care for it. The chicken felt cheap and like really. How do I say this? The first bite I thought, is this cooked? And then the second bite I thought, well, I'm in it now. And then the third bite, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to eat this whole chicken. And the mojo was definitely not what I thought it was going to be. It gave it like a sour taste. So can't recommend this to you. But the veggies were pretty good, and the potatoes, they had like those, the little bit, I almost said russet, but that's a different brand, right? Or something, I don't know. It had some of the skin in it, and I like when they do that. So you know what? The potatoes and the veggies, those were pretty good choices in terms of if you're going to go pick your own protein over there. But I'm not going to lie, I saw them serving some of the salmon, stuff like that. That looked questionable too.
So as Rhino alluded to, we played rock, paper, scissors, and I lost, so I chose last. However, I don't want to say winner, that sounds a little strong, but my choice was okay. I went with the Blues Burger, which is their signature specialty burger here at All Star Music. It's $13.99, and it's your standard Disney burger, but it's topped with blue cheese, caramelized onions, loads of bacon, garlic aioli on a toasted brioche bun with French fries, and typical Disney burger, caramelized onions, great. Tons of bacon, great. It was a thin Disney bacon, but it was crispy, so I like that. And I like blue cheese, so that was a nice addition. The garlic aioli, maybe it was just mayonnaise, but that's all right. You can't win them all. So I mean, for $13.99 for a unique burger, that's fine. I did try some of Rhino's questionable chicken, and it was like slimy. It was not your typical rotisserie chicken, and then also the flavor just had this kind of like weird aftertaste. So not for me, but I'm getting to enjoy Bluey, so still a good time.
Yes, the 4 stations that they had here were easy enough to break down into like pizza and pasta. Then you have grilled items like burgers, hot dogs, chicken sandwiches. Then Rhino said like the bowls with build your own and the other items there. And then the final section, I would say like sweets and treats is the best way to describe it. So I did go with pasta/pizza as my choice of window to walk up to. And I ultimately, for some reason today, said, you know what, let's go with grilled chicken parmesan with pasta for $13.29. And so basically this is a piece of grilled chicken that is served on top of like a penne style pasta, and then you have the choice of either marinara or Alfredo sauce, and then it comes with a breadstick. And I ultimately have to say that I went with a split combination of marinara and Alfredo, and the Alfredo actually tasted like I feel like you would get at any chain Italian restaurant. So the Alfredo wasn't half bad. I don't typically like Alfredo sauce except for Alfredo sauces, except for like dipping breadsticks into it. So it's not usually my number one choice because it's a little bit more filling. But the marinara, it ended up being kind of like very thin in terms of how it was served, and not a ton of flavor. And then when you mix that with the pasta had a little bit of like runoff water with it, and that turned into like that marinara soup that kind of sits at the bottom. So I think the Alfredo is definitely the way to go for it. The grilled chicken was actually a decent piece of grilled chicken, so I bet their grilled chicken sandwich was probably pretty solid. The grilled chicken was seasoned decently, and it retained its moisture, so you gotta love that. And it was covered with a whole bunch of cheese, so you have to enjoy that part of it too. And the breadstick wasn't the Olive Garden, I'll just say that. But, at the same time, too, it did work when I dipped it into some of that leftover Alfredo sauce. So I am like, it's not something that I would order often, but I don't know, if you're kind of here after a long day or you need to carbo load for some reason, maybe here for a Run Disney race, it's actually not a terrible choice. Just, don't get the Alfredo like 5 minutes before the race. You gotta at least have that 10 minutes before the race. I believe now, though, we're going to take an intermission, and when we come back, we will talk about some of the sweets we had.
Obviously, we got some desserts because it's just who we are, trash pig people. No, that's not who you have to be. That's not who you have to be able to get desserts. There were some handsome desserts up here, I'm going to tell you that right now. Some of those that we got were the banana bread with streusel topping for $4.29. We also got the lemon blueberry cheesecake. That was $6.29. I believe that's a seasonal offering. And then we also got some of the coffee cake for $4.29 as well. Here's my ranking of these, so I saw the coffee cake. It was whistling at me and said, "Hey, come here." And I felt like it really did let me down. It was fine. It felt a little stale, and I don't know, a little burned on the bottom. So wouldn't recommend that one. So that's like on the bottom. The next one up for me, banana bread. I feel like it was a pretty decently sized banana bread, easily split between the three of us. We each got a nice hearty biting of it. The streusel on the top was good because, again, I think that's what also drew me to the coffee cake. I think I just like the streusel stuff. I think it was fine. The thing that I think was outstanding, and I would be like, should I get one of these for the road, is the lemon blueberry cheesecake. Because that thing the lemon was popping. It was loaded with the blueberry. It was like the right texture and everything. It was just absolutely delicious. Really enjoyed it. Highly recommend that one for me. That's my ranking, speaking for myself.
I don't know why Rhino feels the need to insult me every time we do one of these. Just because I want to eat 3 desserts does not make me a trash pig person. I'm kidding. I know you didn't mean that. Also, I ate the least of all the desserts, so. No, the cheesecake was the clear winner. That was the only one worth getting to me. Although I don't know, I like coffee cake fine, but that's like with breakfast, with a cup of coffee. And the banana bread, Listen, it's no Riviera chocolate banana bread, so for me, I would have gotten the, there's like a Mickey brownie with like M&Ms and chocolate chips and all this stuff on it that has nuts, and I have a tree nut allergy, so that was sad. But yeah, no, that cheesecake was like creamy. Was it real cheesecake? No, don't care. It was creamy, delicious. There were a ton of fresh blueberries in the center. That was a win. I wish we would have just gotten 3 of those. Because I know nobody else is going to talk about, they have a popcorn machine in here, and I dang love popcorn. So the idea that I could get popcorn at my resort is pretty cool. So maybe next time I'll just get popcorn and a cheesecake.
What Hannah's not telling the truth about the popcorn is that there was like maybe like 10 kernels like sitting at the bottom of the machine. So I just don't think the popcorn's made very fresh and often. So maybe it's good if you time it correctly. I don't know it for certain, but I would not have wanted the popcorn that was sitting in the machine. But I think I also need to make it very clear that we technically only ordered one dessert, and that was the lemon blueberry cheesecake. The other 2 are bakery items, so if they feel stale, it's probably because they put them out for people who are waking up to come here when the food court first opened up, and then we're getting them, in mid-afternoon. So kind of like day-old donuts and stuff. I feel like they weren't all the way stale, but they definitely would have been fresher in the morning with coffee. My problem is, like, here, it felt like every single dessert that they had was a cupcake. And contrary to what people believe about us here with the DIS Unlimited, we do eat more than cupcakes. So I think that, I think that, what's that? What's that? Quit being a shill. Sorry. Yeah, I am shrill. I am shrill and I am a shill. But so I didn't want the Stitch cupcake they had. A Pride cupcake was there too. A cookies and cream cupcake. And then I think there was one other cupcake. It was a gluten-free cupcake. So like this thing is loaded with cupcakes. And then they had the one lonely cheesecake, which was delicious. And like Hannah said, it wasn't a real cheesecake, but I think it was better than a real cheesecake. I don't always want a dense cheesecake. I don't want a whipped one. This was almost like they melted the cheesecake filling down a little bit and it just never re-solidified. So it was super creamy with the blueberries and the lemon. Delicious. And the coffee cake and the banana bread loaf, both I thought were delicious. They just would have been better when they were a little fresher with a little bit of coffee, and they would have been good like that. But yeah. Maybe my suggestion here is invest a little bit more in the dessert arts, and that would be a way to take this Intermission Food Court to the next level. But I think we're gonna pause for a second and quick service, so we're not going into number systems and stuff like that. But we'll let you know if we recommend here, or if you should be like walk over to movies or sports, get to another one. So we'll be back after this brief intermission.
My final thoughts on the Intermission Food Court is that I don't ever need to come back here again. It's very, just to put it like plain and simple, it's a very no thrills food court. I do appreciate that there is like the pool, it's right outside of the pool. There's the pool bar out here that also extends into the cafeteria area. But this is just one of those for me where if I was staying here and you were like, oh, I just need to run down and get a snack really quick or something like that, maybe it's good enough for that. But even then, I think like it's been years since we've done an All-Star Movies review, but I'd maybe like go over there or somewhere else, anywhere else, bring food back from the park, maybe do a little Postmates situation or Instacart or, other food delivery options. I think there's a McD's right down the road over here. That's also something. But yeah, based on what I had, no ma'am.
So I don't have much to add. I think this is great for like quick breakfast, in the night, you're hungry, you're hanging out by the pool. For me, I have fond memories of coming to Disney with my family when I was little and getting like the big Disney pizza. I know it's not the best Disney pizza or the best pizza in the world. It's definitely not the best Disney pizza either. That'd be Via Napoli. But so I think it's good for that. There's enough options that I think you could like find something for your whole family. I will say I recently visited All-Star Movies recently, and this food court feels more updated than theirs. So there's that, and I like the new Mickey Mouse cartoon artwork. That's okay. So yeah, that's That's all I have to say. Come, if you're staying here, grab your pastry, grab your refillable mug, maybe order a pizza one night. It is what it is.
This is a rather large food court, plenty of seating. Plenty of seating, and I do love the same Mickey Mouse touches that are all around here. It's cute in here. It gets the job done. It still has the musical touches in here because, like, all along the wall there is a guitar fretboard, and so like you have that part of it. It is, and above all the Mickey things, it's like half of a violin body, so it's got the musical touches in here. You're at All-Star Music, and I think the one thing I wish that all of the All-Star Music movie and sports resorts had was unique food courts, because I do believe the menus are the same at every single one of them, and the only difference is the specialty burgers, like what Hannah got. So it's, there needs to be a little bit more of a change up between these resorts, because you can walk between all of them. So if you have that option, it's like, why not be able to like say, oh, tonight I want to eat over at Movies because they have the escargot, and why not go over to Sports because they have nachos and a helmet. I got Rhino excited about that one because he loves nachos in helmet. So I wish I had a little bit more like that. But overall, it's a value resort food court. It's going to get the job done on a pool day, and you're going to find sustenance. It's not going to be the best thing in the world, but honestly, sometimes you go to the deluxe resorts too, and you're like, oh, this doesn't feel as fancy as I thought it would be. It's just quick service. That's just the name of the game. You get fueled up, and then you go on your way to go to the theme parks, and make sure you can make it from early in the morning to all the way at night. It was a weird place to put in a pause for emphasis. I apologize, but just getting over emotional thinking about how this is my final, it might not be final released dining review for the DIS Unlimited, but this is my final dining review. And, I can say we definitely went out with a bang here. I did it my way, and I look forward to now hopefully losing weight by not eating so much food at around Walt Disney World like I have been. So this has been a ride, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this and you want to support us more, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, questions, video suggestions in the comments section. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts so you always get the latest dining review, and leave us ratings and reviews when possible. Book a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. Get a free no obligation quote at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. What is this music?
I don't know.
The music has been very eclectic in here. It went from like Rent to
Broadway, right?
This is like beyond Broadway. I don't even know what this is. It's like opera. It's very Oh, that's a note. Dreams, patreon.com. This could be like Les Mis or something. It's very epic. More exclusive content from the DIS team, go to patreon.com/DIS Unlimited. But overall, that's going to do it for me, and that's going to do it for us here at the Intermission Food Court here at Disney's All-Star Resort Music. And, man, Wheels of a Dream by Audra McDonald and Brian Stokes Mitchell. Why does that name sound familiar? I don't. Audra McDonald? Is she a Broadway star? We'll just keep this going until we get the answer to it. So, Audra McDonald, Days in the Sun. So, she's on the Beauty and the Beast soundtrack. Ragtime, she's in that aria. We're still figuring it out. But who is she? Who is she? What does she do? Wheels of a Dream. You know what? You both are on your phone, so I'm gonna pull mine out as well too. Okay, Wheels of a Dream. This comes from Ragtime. It's from Ragtime. So yeah, but who is Audra McDonald? we need to find out who Audra McDonald is in this way. So, Audra McDonald is an American actress and singer, primarily known for her work on the Broadway stage. She has won 6 Tony Awards, more performance wins than any other actor, and is the only person to win in all 4 acting categories. In addition to her 6 Tony Awards, she has received numerous accolades, including 2 Grammy Awards and an Emmy Award. So she's almost at that EGOT, ladies and gentlemen, and people, dreamers of all ages, or whatever they say. She was honored with the National Medal of Arts in 2016 from President Barack Obama and was inducted into the American Theater Hall of Fame in 2017. Her Tony Awards were for roles in Carousel, Masterclass, Ragtime, A Raisin in the Sun, Porgy and Bess, and Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill. And ladies, gentlemen, dreamers of all ages, the list just goes on and on. Acted in a movie I know Rhino loves, Ricky and the Flash, Beauty and the Beast 2017. I felt like you like Ricky and the Flash. I don't. I'll look it up in a second. Respect, 2021. Rustin, 2023. Ricky in the Flash. Ricky in the Flash is Rustin.
Oh,
Rustin. Ricky and the Flash is a 2015 American musical comedy drama film directed by Jonathan Demme and written by Diablo Cody about a woman who leaves her family to become a rock star and later gets a chance to make amends. The film stars Meryl Streep, Mamie Gummer, Kevin Kline, Sebastian Stan, Rick Springfield, and Audra McDonald. And this was Meryl Streep and Kevin Kline's 3rd collaboration together after Sophie's Choice and A Prairie Home Companion. That's going to do it for this Disney Dining Review. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay hungry.
Yummy, yummy.